Welcome, my friends. The news today is that Delta Airlines is laying off more corporate workers to cut costs. Delta Airlines is laying off some corporate and management employees to reduce costs. Delta didn't specify how many jobs it is cutting, and said they do not affect frontline workers like pilots or flight attendants. But before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. And before we continue, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is ProWorldNet.com. ProWorldNet.com is a job website specifically dedicated to licensed professions. Doctors, including any type of specialty. Nurses, and that includes all grades of nurses. Lawyers, regardless of area of legal focus. Teachers and professors, from kindergarten through graduate school, as well as any kind of job that requires a government license or certification. And ProWorldNet.com also includes short-term gig-type jobs as well. So be sure to check out ProWorldNet.com if you are looking for a job or an employee. Delta Airlines is cutting some corporate jobs in an effort to cut costs as the industry grapples with higher expenses such as for fuel and labor. While we're not yet back to full capacity, now is the time to make adjustments to programs, budgets, and organizational structures across Delta to meet our stated goals. One part of this effort includes adjustments to corporate staffing in support of these changes, Delta said in a statement to CNBC. These decisions are never made lightly, but always with care and respect for our impacted team members and the Delta family. Delta didn't specify how many jobs it is cutting, but a spokesman said that they are a small adjustment to corporate and management positions. Airline workers like pilots or flight attendants are not affected by the cuts, the spokesman said. Delta and other carriers hired thousands of workers as travel demand bounced back in the later stages of the pandemic. Atlanta-based Delta had about 95,000 full-time equivalent employees as of the end of 2022, up from 83,000 at the end of 2021, according to annual company reports. The airline had successfully encouraged thousands of employees to take buyout packages during the pandemic when demand dried up. White-collar layoffs have been on the rise in the United States. At the beginning of the pandemic, waves of layoffs hit retail, leisure, and hospitality workers, anyone whose job depended on in-person interactions. But now that the pandemic is waning, those workers are in shorter supply, and now it's higher-paid employees who find themselves on the receiving end of layoff announcements. According to a report by Bank of America Institute, higher-income households in the United States are facing economic headwinds. The report reveals that households making more than $125,000 have seen wage growth slow down faster than lower-income households, while spending trends have followed a similar pattern. The same group also appears more cautious about spending because of soft wage growth and slowing job creation for high earners. The report also states that the highest-earning 40% of households by income accounts for more than 60% of overall consumer spending. Therefore, a labor market slowdown driven by the higher end of the income scale could have an outsized impact on the overall economy. While unemployment remains at historically low levels, Bank of America says unemployment benefit claims are rising the fastest in the highest income group. Higher income houses filing for unemployment benefits rose 40% in April from the same month a year prior, more than 5 times the rate of the lower income bracket, according to BofA internal data on direct deposits into customer accounts in 30 states. In addition to this, several companies have announced plans to cut thousands of white-collar jobs. For instance, Rolls-Royce is planning to cut up to 2,500 white-collar jobs as part of its Fit for the Future plan. According to Forbes' layoff tracker, nearly 194,000 U.S. employees lost their jobs in more than 150 major layoffs so far in 2023. The layoffs have affected various industries such as tech, banks, media, and manufacturing. Through the first 9 months of 2023, there were about 605,000 announced layoffs, a 198% increase from last year. It's difficult to predict whether there will be more layoffs in the future. However, the job market has been volatile due to economic uncertainty and other factors. But what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.